After stating back in 2019 that he would rather buy bananas than Bitcoin, it looks like billionaire basketball lover Mark Cuban has changed his tune, investing quite a bit of his $4.4 billion net worth in the crypto market. And since this philanthropist has a tendency to make sound investments, there's no doubt that the content of his digital wallet is of great importance to new and old investors alike. But before we get into it, make sure to leave a like and subscribe with notifications turned on so you don't miss out on any of the new videos we post. Bitcoin. First up on our list is the digital currency that makes up the most of Mark's cryptocurrency portfolio, and surprisingly enough, it's the very crypto that he swore off buying back in 2019. We are, of course, talking about Bitcoin, which was only worth around $3,000 per coin when Cuban made this statement a few years ago, placing the worth of Bitcoin just beneath his interest in bananas. And while this was clearly dependent on how much Mark loves bananas, the majority of investors interpreted this statement as a bit of a hit against the altcoin market. Appearing on a crypto podcast just over a month ago, it would seem as if Mark has changed his attitude towards the cryptocurrency exchange though, disclosing the fact that he does indeed own a crypto portfolio and that around 60% of it is Bitcoin. This isn't a massive shock to anyone who knows a little something about the cryptocurrency exchange though, especially since Bitcoin is considered to be the most popular altcoin on the market right now. Bitcoin is also said to be one of the most attractive cryptocurrencies to long-time investors, as it probably is the closest altcoin you will ever find to a blue-chip crypto. To put this simply, the principles that pertain to an investment in Bitcoin are extremely similar to the principles attached to dealings in gold, with Bitcoin often being referred to as the gold of the cryptocurrency exchange. Funnily enough, it was actually Cuban who made this comparison when appearing on The Ellen DeGeneres Show earlier this year. Investors who grew up dealing with the price fluctuations of both gold and the stock market will feel right at home with Bitcoin, which differs only on how volatile it can be. Bitcoin was actually created by the mysterious figure of Satoshi Nakamoto back in 2009, with many still believing rumors that Satoshi was none other than our favorite Doge father, Elon Musk. And while there is next to no truth to this rumor, the identity of the creator remains a mystery. But back in the days of its creation, Bitcoin was struggling to make a name for itself, often being used for nothing more than black market dealings on the darknet to buy a myriad of unlawful goods and services. This led to Bitcoin attracting quite a bit of baggage, which took a while to shed and become a legitimate crypto. Then in 2017, the altcoin increased its value from around $400 per coin to about $20,000 per coin. But that wasn't the end, as Bitcoin then went on to reach an all-time high of around $60,000 per coin earlier this year, showing just how resilient it had become. The reasons for the skyrocketing in value of the cryptocurrency were many, but by far the most convincing concerned the increase in usability of the altcoin. You see, the main purpose of cryptocurrencies has always been the decentralization of money over and above the creation of an investment scheme. In fact, investment was the last thing on Nakamoto's mind when creating Bitcoin back in 2009. The world needed a decentralized currency that could be used to buy items online without having to deal with the difficulties of exchange rate calculations. And with so much global recognition in its pocket, this is precisely what Bitcoin has become. It is by far the most useful cryptocurrency on the market, which can now be used to buy everything from hotel stays in Switzerland to Whopper meals at the nearest Burger King in Germany. But before criticizing the crypto for being too heavy on energy, Tesla also had a plan in effect to allow the purchase of its cars through the use of Bitcoin transactions. And there's no doubt that Mark Cuban saw how Bitcoin was slowly but surely making its way down the path of currency legitimacy, resulting in him sinking around 60% of his portfolio into the impressive cryptocurrency. And while we have no idea how much in cash this represents, there's no doubt that it has to be in the millions. Ethereum. The next crypto up for discussion is Ethereum, which Cuban admitted in that earlier podcast appearance constitutes around 30% of his cryptocurrency portfolio. And this wouldn't surprise veteran investors who have a sound understanding of the crypto exchange, as Ethereum is currently rated at the second most popular and valuable altcoin on the market right about now. While the vast majority of cryptocurrencies have been aimed at the decentralization of currency in general, Ethereum became popular by taking this a step further and launching itself in the direction of the decentralization of the internet. In an almost cyberpunk-like move, the crypto was said to be aimed at the establishment of nodes across the world, creating a singular platform where investors could link up and trade, similar to what Wall Street was able to do with the stock exchange. It's thus the Ethereum platform that makes this crypto such a sound investment for someone like Mark Cuban, as owning the crypto not only gives him access to the platform itself, but allows investors the opportunity to exchange the crypto with other altcoins on the market. And while it may be true that other exchanges have arisen as time has gone by, there's no doubt that Ethereum was the first and to this day remains kicking. Ethereum has also taken strides insofar as global recognition is concerned, with some merchants the world over doing their best to allow for the exchange of Ethereum for the purchase of their products. This is mostly done through the use of the Spedin application, which can be downloaded and linked to your digital wallet. The app then allows you to make purchases using the Ethereum you have stored up by simply scanning a QR code and carrying on with your day. Simply put, Ethereum is showing the same advances as Bitcoin as far as usability is concerned. So it isn't very surprising that Mark Cuban has invested a large amount in the cryptocurrency for many of the same reasons. Once more, we have no idea just how much money this 30% investment of his comprises, but considering how Cuban has a net worth in the billions, we're guessing that a few million US dollars should be right on the mark. DOGECOIN. Last but not least, Cuban announced that the rest of his cryptocurrency portfolio consists of a variety of altcoins, but added that he wouldn't be taking the time to name each and every one. So in an effort to figure out what this could mean, we put on our sleuthing hats and started to look towards Mark's behavior. And it would appear as if the majority of evidence points to the fact that Cuban owns quite a few Dogecoins in his digital wallet. He has been talking about the joke currency turned investment scheme for quite some time now, after all. For those of you who don't know, DOGECOIN was actually created by the software engineer duo of Billy Marcus and Jackson Palmer back in the December of 2013. The intention of creating the crypto was to secure a gap in the market which appeared to be the result of the crypto exchange being far too serious for the majority of the internet. So the dynamic duo went on to create DOGECOIN, which not only incorporated internet culture but adopted the namesake logo and face of the Inu Shiba dog that had become popularized by the popular Doge meme of the day. This resulted in some crazy internet traffic, with the site housing the altcoin receiving over 1 million views just after a month of being launched. It wasn't until this year that DOGECOIN really took off though, finally reaching an all-time high value of around $0.60 per coin. And although this was a far cry from the value of Bitcoin and Ethereum, it was surprisingly great for a crypto that had started out as nothing more than a parody of the cryptocurrency exchange. And while it might be true that DOGECOIN is experiencing a bit of a bear market at the moment, there's no doubt that the crypto gods have something impressive planned for its future. By the look of things, Mark Cuban also seems to think so. One of the reasons for his interest in DOGECOIN has to do with the overall design of the cryptocurrency, which has followed other popular altcoins such as Litecoin and LuckyCoin. What makes it different from Bitcoin, for example, is that it makes use of script technology within its algorithm to prevent an oversaturation of miners within its market. You see, because of this script technology, dedicated FPGA and ASIC devices need to be used to mine Bitcoin, which are far more expensive and not as widespread as the usual SHA-256 equipment that is used to mine DOGECOIN. This has led to the crypto becoming highly desirable to new investors on the scene who don't have to compete with a massive number of crypto miners. And since more investors means an increase in value, this is clearly a good thing. The lack of DOGECOIN miners also makes the cryptocurrency a great one insofar as energy consumption is concerned, which has been a problem with Bitcoin mining over the last few years, even resulting in Tesla refusing to deal in the crypto until a plan can be made to make mining less devastating to the environment. This was all explained by Cuban when appearing on the Ellen DeGeneres show a while back, where he tried to put the average viewer at ease by saying the following: Bitcoin is kind of like a digital version of gold. Ethereum is a digital version of a currency. And then you've got DOGECOIN, which is just fun. Why did he end up using these three examples of crypto? Well, we believe it's because these are the three cryptocurrencies that he has dealings with. But what do you think? Feel free to let us know in the comment section down below.